Hi everyone, I'm back with a new video. Today we are going to be doing a renovation of a base game in one of the original worlds. I will pre-warn you, for some reason when I was recording this my computer was a bit glitchy, and you will notice a few clips I just didn't want to pick up the pace where in other places it looked normal like it is now. So I do apologise for that. I was a bit disappointed when I was doing some editing, but I thought it's more or less watchable, so it should be okay. So everything is base game. I tried my best not to use any of the packs, but I wanted it base game. You can still move in with a new family, so I haven't changed too much. It's still a one bed, one bath, but it's a bit more modernized. I imagine maybe a couple or a single sim could live here happily. I can't exactly remember how much I do keep it in the budget, but I think it's around the 18,000 maybe. I'm a bit unsure because I did search up what was the funds you get when you have a sim or two sims. It's doable, but I'm happy how this turned out because this build was a bit confusing. Why was there that little wall area for the kitchen where you could have had it open space, save some money on the walls as well. But it works out nice, and thanks to some updates with the wallpapers and the textures, it does come out nice. And I'm glad we got those extra textures. This is the first glitch part by here. For some reason it didn't pick up when I was putting the units around and in the garden area, and it's bits and pieces throughout about some of the build. It's not all of the builds, but most of the build, I'll say. So I'm a little disappointed. This is the first time I've used the OBS controls, and I don't know if it's because I was doing something in the background when I was recording this. Maybe that slowed it down a little and made it glitchy, but I'm more or less happy about how this comes out, and I hope you will enjoy playing in this house for base game, because this, if you haven't got any of the other packs, you can easily download this. I didn't use any other packs. I made sure I kept it on base game only, but I make sure it's decorated a bit more because I use some items from debug, and the items from debug are free, so I can fill up the spaces a bit more nice. It hasn't got a lot of furniture, but it is, you know, playable. You can bring your sim in and they can be comfortable until they earn some money when they get a career, and you can add your own bits and pieces to make it a bit more homey. But I'm happy with the bathroom. I don't use this tiling very often, but when I saw the light in this build I thought, yeah, that'll do. That's a nice colour. I don't use that colour very often. Like I said, everything is base game and all the furniture is on the cheaper side, because obviously you can't put the more expensive beds in a starter home. But I do give you a car thanks to the tool mod. Absolutely love that. I'm using that a lot more now. Again, a bit better with the controlling. Yeah, this is just a nice open feel and it works out nice. So I hope you do enjoy watching this, even with the little glitches and my dog barking. They say pugs are quiet. I'm not so sure. But I am coming to the end of the interior, then I'd be going on the outside. But I had to pause them because they both went off. I've got two pugs, and literally, right, because it's still windy here in the UK. and anything that moves they just bark at, which is a pain in the backside. But you would complain with them if they didn't tell you there was an intruder, so I'm more than happy to let them bark for like a minute, but then I just got to turn off. Scaly nerves. Thankfully I'm in a semi-detached house, so I don't have to worry about my neighbour, because I'm on the end. But the exterior, I use a lot of the debug items, but then to make sure this fence actually works, I do use an ordinary fence line, just to make sure no Sims, or if you've got other packs like cats and dogs, they won't be able to come into the garden. I don't use this because it just looks a bit cartoonish, which is a bit silly because this is Sims, but I really could not pick another one that I liked, and this one just fitted in with the neighborhood, I think, because obviously this part of town is a bit more of the rundown area, and this one worked out better, obviously because it's in debug. Sadly there's no actual functioning gates, so I just had to leave a gap for your sim to get through. It defeats the object of keeping things out. But all the plants and the gravel and everything like that, that's just from Basegame, because obviously they're very expensive and I don't want to waste the money on that, so I just keep to Basegame with everything on the outside. I do look for the cheapest patio set and a little barbecue that I could get, and I'm more than happy how that turns out. It's a cute little area, and when your Sims get a bit more money you can easily add what you want in the backyard, and I put these little hedges around just to make it a bit more like it's been here for a while, and they could use a bit more watering maybe, and that's what I went with. But on the inside I went for a nicer lush green bush. I imagine maybe these Sims in this house just take a bit more care with the water. Maybe they just get the hose and just water everything down. This must be my absolute favourite hedging. My absolute favourite. The colour is nice, the texture is right, and it just looks stunning, and it makes it really lived, like it's been taken care of in the garden. But I hope everyone is okay in the world. Obviously in the UK rules are changing with when it came to the lockdown and isolation and all that. Wales is not far behind. Obviously we don't follow Prime Minister, we follow the Welsh Minister, which is a bit confusing. But we are coming up now to the end of the video, and I hope you will, well, I hope you've enjoyed it even with these silly glitches, and I'll see you next time, and yeah, bye.